Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 4, Episode 4, What the Mind Does Not Want. This episode, where the couples are starting to actually meet. We're starting to see the couples together now in this episode. So I'm going to start with Nicole and Mahmoud, or Mahmoud, whatever, how you say his name. So as we all seen last week, Nicole arrived to Egypt, and Mahmoud was basically like within 5 minutes commenting on what she was wearing and stuff, told her to cover up and stuff, and Nicole's already hesitant about being there because for that reason. But in this episode, like, Mahmoud says, like, he should have waited. Yeah, dude, you should have waited before he said something. So they go back to the house, and like he has like a big family. The whole family is at the house and everything, and the parents and the sister-in-law, the brothers are all there, and they like grilled Nicole, like, are you gonna leave? Are you staying here permanently? We hope you stay permanently. And like she says that's the plan, but anything could happen basically and everything. And Mahmoud's sister-in-law is from China, and she moved over to Egypt and converted to Islamic. And she said that here in Egypt the women don't go out much, like, because Nicole wants to actually, in this episode, Nicole mentioned she wants to make friends in this, like, when she's over in Egypt. But it's gonna be really hard with Mahmoud's culture and everything, and his strict controlness basically. So she wants to meet friends. So they have that discussion, and they go to bed. They go to the bedroom, and there's a full house, or kids running around and everything. And they get into the main topic is just about what she's wearing and stuff. And like Nicole doesn't really want to be there. She wants to be there with her husband, but she don't really want to be in Egypt. And I don't know why she converted, because if she's complaining about all the rules, then why did she convert? I know she wants to please her husband, but if you're so really against it and can't take it, I wouldn't have done it. So she's gonna have to really pull herself out of the grave on this one. But that was basically all we've seen in Nicole and Mahmoud. Next couple I want to talk is Gabriel and Isabel. So Gabriel arrives. This was my favorite. Gabriel arrives to Colombia to meet Isabel, and they get to the airport. Isabel's there with her daughter Sarah and her son Miguel, and they just had nice little that airport moment. Happy to be there. It was just loving. The kids are happy. They're happy that Gabe is going to be living with them permanently and everything. It looks like daisies and roses. So later, Gabriel and Isabel, they go out on the street, and they go to like this local stand, and they get some kind of meat, some kind of beef, and it's like, and Isabel made him taste some kind of, like, I think it was like cow intestines or something. Looked kind of disgusting. He said it was pretty disgusting and everything. It kind of reminded me of what Evelyn made Corey do last season on The Other Way, when he ate something out of the soup of a male's private area. So it kind of reminded me of that. I don't know what Isabel was thinking, but she said she likes it. That's normal in her culture. But Gabriel didn't like that. But I don't know why they tricking them like that, but it is what it is. But anyway, Isabel and Gabriel, they're doing well. The big topic is that, Gabe wants to tell the family that he is trans. Nope. Now, Isabel said that her daughter Sarah knows about it, and she doesn't see him any different, so that's good. But he wants to get the family's blessing and everything. He already knows their family, but they don't know that he's trans, and he wants to come out and say that to them, and everything. And that's the storyline with them. Are they going to accept it? I'm really hoping that they do. It's not gonna be easy, but he has to get the blessing because he's only got like 94 days on his visa in Colombia, so he has to get the blessing. He's got to propose to Isabel, and then they got to get married so he can stay in Colombia. So a lot has to be done in a short amount of time for him, and it's sad he just got to Colombia and that he's got like a lot of work to do. But yeah, that was Isabel and Gabriel. So, but I think right now they're the power couple. Next couple I'm going to talk is Chris and Jamie. Chris and Jamie. So Chris is in Colombia. They spent the first night with Jamie. Things go well. Now, this episode, Chris reveals to Jamie that, she's allergic to a certain brand of toothpaste, so she's allergic to mint. And so she has to use like kid toothpaste to brush her teeth and everything. And Jamie didn't know that, but okay. Also, Chris had mentioned like a lot of her health problems, something with her back and her neck, and that she has to have surgery to get done. She did not mention that to Jamie at all, and Jamie's just like, wow, first her narcolepsy and then now this potential surgery. It's a lot right now. But anyway, with them, they get up and, they talk about their finances. And remember what we said last week, Jamie bought that apartment. It was supposed to be $400 a month, but it's really $500 a month. Chris is actually going to be paying for the apartment, but like she hopes that Jamie understands that really and everything. She was kind of upset that it was more expensive than what she thought. $500 a month in Colombia, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, we say that here in America because that's because their apartment looked pretty good. So like $500 a month, that's not too bad, especially for Colombia. So now I know maybe they don't make much in Colombia, so that might be expensive. But if Jamie has a work from home job and is an American, she might be able to afford that monthly. So anyway, they go out to the shop and they go out to the store and get some special brand toothpaste, and then they go for a walk and somebody yells out, "Love always wins." And I actually thought that was pretty beautiful because, in Colombia, they're more accepting of same-sex relationships and everything. So like for someone to get "Love always wins," that was a beautiful moment. And like Jamie asked Chris, "Is this like your Alabama?" She's like, "No, this is not like Alabama. We don't have we don't have the big buildings. The city I'm from, there's no big buildings. There's none of this. This is just so beautiful, and people are more open and accepting of that." So right now, Chris and Jamie are okay, but I think that Jamie is gonna have a lot to deal with dealing with Chris's health issues, and of course that's not a reason to not be with somebody, but that is gonna take a toll on somebody. So I just pray that she'll be able to handle that, and I hope that Chris doesn't use her health issues as a crutch. So we'll see how that goes. Next couple I want to talk is Debbie and Osama. So last week we got introduced to Debbie. She is a 67-year-old about to move to Morocco to marry a 24-year-old. She has a son named Julian. He is livid that she's moving to Morocco for this young man. He's calling him a scammer. He thinks his mom is crazy by doing this and everything. This episode, Debbie goes to a lawyer to see if she can get a prenup and everything. And the lawyer told her that she's able to protect her assets here in America, in Georgia, but we don't know what the Moroccan laws are over there. So they're gonna have to figure that out. But then, but even at the lawyer's place, her son Julian was just like, yeah, this is stupid. You could just say it's stupid. It's stupid. She's crazy. Like, I don't like it. This ain't gonna work. I hope it don't work. Really, he's not happy. And Debbie made a comment that's saying, "You watch what you call." Wrong. Sometimes wrong could turn into a genius idea and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, you know what, Debbie, I'm pulling for you. I'm pulling for you. You know, like seize the day at your age, 67, dating a 24-year-old, seize the day right now. Just seize the day. So I'm pulling for her. I'm pulling for her. I think it'll be interesting, but I completely do understand her son's feeling about it, because like I don't know how I would feel if any of my parents were going to move to a different country to marry someone younger than me. So that's kind of hard, but but yeah, more power to Debbie. More power to Debbie. But I'm pulling for it. But I like Julian. I like the son that he's calling it as it is, and he's not backing down. And, you know, and it's making Debbie upset, but it is what it is. Last couple I'm going to talk is Jen and Rishi. So they got the most airtime on this episode. Jen arrived to India last week. Now she has to take a 6-hour taxi to Rishi's place in Jaipur. She gets there. Rishi told his parents that he was going out for a workout, but he's really going to pick up Jen and stuff. He picks up Jen. He had flowers and everything. You know, had their little romantic time, first time seeing each other in 2 years. He brings her to the apartment that he got, and it was actually pretty nice. It was pretty nice. I was like, oh, this is nice and everything. He had he had the bed pedals on the bed and stuff and everything. And she was at Jen asked Rishi that, like, are you willing to wait till we're married before we're intimate? And he was like, well, we've been intimate already, so what's the difference? And she said, why buy the cow if you could get the milk for free? And basically what that meant is that, like, you know, I don't want to spend all this time being intimate, and then it just takes away from us trying to get married. So he was like, okay, I see that. Okay, and I'm with that. So Jen spends the night there alone because Rishi still had to go back to his parents' house just to see where he's at and everything. He goes back to their house, and luckily his parents and everybody were sleeping, so he got away with something. He goes back the next day. Jen is all dressed up and has her coat on and stuff. Apparently, as nice as the apartment was, there was a lot of necessities there. There was a broken toilet. There was no toilet paper, no heat, and everything. Jen was freezing, and he did not think of the small things to get, and that really upset Jen. So he comes over with yoga stuff. He brought her a space heater, and then comes over with some yoga stuff. They go on the roof and have like a yoga session and try to do this like weird pose. Like it was somewhat similar to the Karma Sutra that Jenny and Submit did last season on Happily Ever After, but it was like some kind of, like, I think it's called tantrum, they said, where Jen had to balance herself on Rishi's knee, basically, you know, and everything. It was interesting, and Jen kept on saying, I'm too heavy, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, no, Jen is not that heavy. Jen does not look heavy at all. I don't know why neither one of them said that, but Jen does not look heavy at all. So then later, they go out to the store, and this is where things hit the floor. Jen is supposed to meet up with Rishi's family, but Rishi, they don't know that they're together. They met each other before, but just like as a friend. He went to Jen went to his sister's wedding as his date, but they didn't think nothing of it at the time. Now they're preparing to meet officially for real, and she wants to wear a certain amount of special clothing and stuff like an Indian woman. Well, Rishi is planning on introducing her as his friend and not his fiance. And he is scared that his parents are going to lock him up and put him on house arrest, basically. And Jen got so upset, you know, like she was like, at this point, I don't even care what they think and everything. She even asked them, like, have you even talked to anybody in the last 2 years online. He said, yeah, a couple of messages here and there, but nothing like romantic, no relationships and anything and everything. But the fact that he's going to introduce her as his friend, and that's, like, Jen is not going to put up with that. And so they went into a big argument about that, and it's just not going to be, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. This is really another Jenny and Submit kind of situation here. But starting your relationship off hiding things from your parents, especially we see that with Jenny and Submit, like with Submit's parents, like the Indian parents, they're really strict, and they will do arranged marriages. They want their kids to be with someone they want. You know how it is. I'm hoping and praying that Rishi's family is not like Submit's family. We'll see, but Jen is not gonna be Jenny. I think Jen is gonna fight this to the death to get what she wants. So anyway, guys, this was like a short recap of this episode. Not much outrageous things went on. Danielle and Johan were not on this episode. I'm excited that we're finally getting into the groove of this season. I can't wait. I'm more intrigued by Gabriel and Isabel. They're my favorite couple of the season. Chris and Jamie. Can't wait to see how that unfolds and everything. Jen and Rishi. Nicole and Mahu, they're last on my list. They're last on my list. All right, I can already tell you that they're last on my list and everything. Danielle and Johan, I'm glad we already had a break from them already, because I don't like Danielle's attitude towards Johan, so we had a break from them. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back tomorrow to do Catfish, and I'll see you guys then.